Now, back in the olden days, Dragon Qi Gong was extremely powerful, extremely secret, and it was reserved for the emperor. Only the emperor was allowed to learn and practice Dragon Qi Gong. And if anyone in the land was caught practicing Dragon Qi Gong, they would be beheaded on the spot. It was punishable by execution. So if that was the case today, I'd be in big trouble now, and you guys would be in big trouble for even watching this video. But we've moved on. Luckily, we're not living in those days, but you could still argue we're living in a society where our energy, our spirit is somewhat suppressed. We're under control. We're under the thumb of an oppressive system. We're not allowed to be truly independent and truly free, and we're not allowed to have our own energy. So this Dragon Qigong is bringing back our own power. This is our self-sovereign power. We have to become our own emperor. We are the master commander of our own body, our own energy, and nothing and nobody can take this control, this power away from us. And that's why the emperor kept this secret. He wanted the power for himself. He did not want his subjects to have this power. He wanted to be in charge, in control of them. So he was the dragon and they were not. But now this is my training, body efficiency training, and here I'm talking and showing, and I will show you an exercise in Dragon Qigong, a very secret breathing exercise. It's not so secret anymore, but very little known. So we need to build this strength, this power, this spirit inside ourselves. And what I'm doing here is just freestyle Qigong, freestyle movement. And actually the most advanced training in Qi is freestyle. It used to be freestyle. So although I would not call myself a master in any way, shape or form, I'm a student, and body efficiency training is a study, a scientific study, but this is master level Dragon Qigong, pure freestyle. And it's because I'm channeling the spirit. I'm calling the spirit of the dragon into my body and feeling this flow through my body. And in terms of movements, you can think of this as a cross between snake style kung fu and tiger claw kung fu. The movement is somewhere between the fluidity and flow of a snake and the power and the structure of a tiger. But the dragon is a mystical, magical creature, so we want to bring this magic back into our life. We've lost the magic. There should be a magic. Life is mystical. The life force is mystical, magical, miraculous. It's an amazing thing, but we don't even think about it. We don't feel it, and we're lost in a sort of mundane banality. We're living in a 9-to-5 society where we think we know what we're doing. We've got a so-called technology that we think we're advanced, but really what are we doing? We're just sort of doing what the man tells us to do. We're doing our work so we can pay our taxes and we can just sort of live, but we're the only creatures on the planet that have to pay to live. This is not right. And we want to gain this sovereignty back. But remember, why did the emperor keep it secret? He wanted to have the power over his people. Only he could command the dragon Qi, and in doing so he would command all the people, but they weren't allowed to have it. They could only have small little minuscule Qi. He's got the big one, so that allows him to keep control. But we don't want this anymore. We want to gain mastery of ourselves. Nobody can control us. We want to become self-sovereign, sovereigns of our body, our energy and our mind. But the interesting thing is the mind controls the Qi. So if our mind is under the control of somebody else, then who is controlling my Qi? Whoever's controlling my mind is controlling my Qi. And we want to gain that control back. I control my own mind. I am the commander-in-chief, the emperor of my mind, and the emperor of my Qi, and the emperor of my body. So when I'm doing this practice, you can think of it as imagination, visualization, and children get this easier. You just tell them, imagine you're a dragon and feel the dragon energy flowing through you. They can do it. We as adults got to work a little bit. We've got to let go of what we've learned. It's less about thinking, more about feeling. But feel the energy flow through. Feel the movements flow through, up into the head, into the brain, into the eyes. Let it waken up your spirit. You become more awake as you do this. Even open up your eyes wide, see more. You see, it's about the flow through every part of your body. And this dragon energy, and it's called dragon really because we're talking about a complete flow of Qi. It comes from the universe, it comes from the earth, it flows around us and inside us. And we want to harness that, we want to feel this, and we want to use it to build our strength, build our spirit, and heal our body. We can also heal ourselves with this. You see, if we're the commander of our Qi, we tell the Qi what to do. If we have an injury, we send the Qi there to heal it. But we don't think we've got this power. We've lost the power. We're living in a society where we feel powerless. You see, we're under the thumb. We're working hard just to pay our taxes. Now, there's no other creature in the world that has to pay to live. There's no other creature that's told you can't go here, you can't go there. They're all essentially free, following their instincts. You know, we're under the thumb. We're under a society, a system that keeps us in check, keeps us small, keeps us tiny, and doesn't let us think big, doesn't let us rise above our station. It's essentially the same thing. The emperor is keeping control of his subjects by reserving the power for himself. And we want to take this power back. We want to become our own emperor. We are all allowed to do this master level dragon Qi Gong. And there's a very powerful breathing that goes with this. I'm going to talk you through. I learnt this from a Tao master in Malaysia. I'll leave the link to the story I tell about this. But I also learnt this from Mantak Chia. He teaches a very similar breathing, vacuum breath. And Mantak Chia is well known, famous Tao master. You can read his books and look him up as well. But what I'm doing here is freestyle, and the freestyle Dragon Qi Gong or freestyle Qi is really master level. Even in the old days, the Taoist practices, the Qi practices were freestyle, and it's only later that we developed particular sets and had to learn these particular movements. But this was all about feeling the energy and flowing the energy through your body spontaneously, naturally. If you're the spirit of the dragon, if you're the emperor, you do what you damn well like. You are in control of your movement. No one's telling you what to do. And this is about self-defense. This connects to martial arts, and you can see Dragon Qi Gong is a cross between a snake-style kung fu and tiger-style kung fu. You've got these twisting, turning, swimming movements like a snake, and the dragon in Chinese mythology is a water creature. It swims, so you'll get swimming dragon. Now, this is the breathing exercise that goes together with this. Now, you can see this is the grand circle breathing exercise, or the exercise number 6. And here's the vacuum breath. So I exhale, and then I try to inhale, but don't let any air go in. Then I exhale again and try to inhale, but don't let any air in. And the third time I exhale more and try to inhale, which sucks the belly in, but I don't let it. And then suddenly I suck the air in and then exhale. So I do 3 attempted breaths by exhaling, then sucking the belly in, and this is done by relaxing the belly and expanding the rib cage, but don't let the air in. It's like you try to inhale but don't let it in, and this will suck the belly in, and you'll get a very strong deep massage in your internal organs. And this is all about complete exhalation. You exhale more, exhale more, exhale more, you can't get any air in, and suddenly here I suck in the air to the back of the ribs and then exhale down, but the belly still stays in. I never let the belly come out too much. You see, even on the inhale, I'm moving the hand to the side, you can see my belly. Even on the inhale, the ribs expand and the belly stays in. You see, it's about moving the Qi between the base and the head, the crown. I'm circulating the energy around. I'm trying to get a full exhalation. I'll talk you through this in more detail in a minute. So here again, inhale, or trying to inhale by sucking. Exhale, you see the belly tenses, I'm trying to squeeze the air out, and then here, suddenly inhale. Now, when I do this inhale, there is a dragon breath. See, I'm desperate to breathe in, and then I suddenly breathe in, but I restrict my throat and only let the air in, and the breath is like this. So if I do this, exhale, then inhale, you make this sound. I'm constricting the throat and then suddenly inhaling fast, but not letting the air come in one go. Again, listen. And you do it through the nose. The mouth is closed. You're sucking in, and this is called the dragon's breath. It's very, very secret, but it's not so secret now. Mantak Chia has made this more famous. But this is the dragon breathing, secret breathing exercise. And it's all about completing the exhale through this vacuum breath. 3 exhalations, really trying to get all the air out, and then you suddenly inhale, make this dragon breath sound. And then you exhale, and as you exhale, the arms go down. I'm going to talk you through this exercise in a minute again. But here you can see I'm just flowing again, feeling this movement, and I'm moving a ball of energy, feeling the energy flow around my body. And the dragon you see connects to a pearl. You'll see in the mythology, the dragon has a pearl. It's holding a pearl. And the second part of this breathing is once you inhale, you then swallow. Before you exhale, you swallow. You do the swallowing motion. Like that. Well, I don't make the sound, but as you do that, you're feeling a pearl of energy. Imagine you're swallowing a pearl, so it's energy comes from your head, goes back down to your belly, and then as the pearl goes down, you exhale and the hands go down. But here, all this is freestyle movement. As I'm doing this freestyle movement, I'm still trying to work on that same sort of breathing. I'm working on the exhale and the controlled inhalation. You see, the secret to breathing is the exhalation. We want to exhale all the air. This squeezes out all the carbon dioxide, or squeezes out all the old air from every part of your body. And then when you inhale, the air goes into every part of your body. Now this is freestyle swimming dragon. You can see more swimming-like movements. But the dragon is mystical and magical. We want this magic back in our life. We're calling forth the magic life energy, the miraculous life energy. You see, we're stuck in banality. We're mundane. We're living in mundanity. Everything is boring. Everything is 9 to 5. We're stuck in a box, moving around in a box. Where's the magic gone? And we want to bring this magic back. The magic comes from the Qi. Now here, this is the exercise in more detail. First I've got to build the frame. So here I'm collapsed, bad posture. So I lift up the shoulders, lift up the rib cage, pull the shoulders up and back first of all. So I'm stretching up the spine. Now I've got to start pulling in the belly. I pull in the TA muscle, the navel towards the spine. Then I pull in the obliques at the sides also. See, the rib cage is expanded. I'm arching slightly back. But because I'm pulling the belly in, I don't arch too much back. I've got a delicate balance. There's a dynamic tension between arching back and pulling myself forward by pulling in the TA muscle. And you can see it's like I'm flexing. I'm flexing a bit like a bodybuilder, you see. But what I'm doing is expanding and creating a dynamic standing posture. I'm holding a neutral spine, neutral shoulders, but they're opening and expanding a bit. And once more here, collapse. I'm going down. Then I pull in the belly. Now I pull in the obliques at the sides. You can see my waistline shrink down. Then the rib cage expands, the shoulders go up, and I'm creating this holding up. I'm holding up the frame. Dancers call this holding up the frame. Now from this holding up the frame, I do the vacuum breath. Exhale, and then that's the exhale. Now I inhale, but not inhaling. I'm trying to inhale by expanding the ribs, but don't let the air in. Then exhale some more. Then try to inhale, but don't let it in. Now suddenly inhale. Now swallow. And then exhale, the hands go down. That's the full exercise. Now, it's a very powerful exercise, and I don't do this very often, and you've got to do this very carefully, and it's not for all of you, so you might just watch this. If you don't feel like doing this, you don't have to. But you've also got yogic breathing a bit like this. But the secret, this one is 3 breaths, so I have 3 exhales and suctions, but I'm not inhaling, and then on the third one, after the third one, I take an inhale. But it's a controlled inhalation to the back of the ribs, and I make the dragon sound. So I'm restricting the throat, I'm desperate to inhale, and then suddenly you inhale like this. And the exhale, as the hands come down, so again, here's the vacuum breath. I'm trying to inhale, and that's the exhale. Trying to inhale, but don't. And now here, now I'm doing some tension again, trying to inhale but don't, trying to exhale, inhale. Now I'm slowly inhaling, but you can't see, I'm inhaling in the back of the ribs, see the belly still in, and now I'm just relaxing. So that was an inhale without moving my hands. And now again sitting down, exhale, and then that's the exhale. Now inhale, but trying to inhale but not inhaling, then exhaling, then sucking in, trying to inhale but don't inhale. So I'm trying, and then exhaling some more, and then the third time trying to inhale, exhale, trying to inhale but don't. Now suddenly inhale, but you see the stomach's still in. I'm inhaling to the back of the ribs. That was the dragon breath. And now as the hands come down, there's also another breath called the tiger breath. So as you exhale, you can do a growl. Like a tiger, or as a cat purring. So when the hands go down, you can do the tiger breath, like this. When the hands go up, the dragon breath, when you do that controlled inhalation through a restricted throat, and the exhale is again a controlled exhalation, growling through the throat. And that helps to sink the energy down. You create a vibration in your belly when you do this growling. So you're creating inner movements, inner vibrations with a sound. So it's very mystical, very esoteric, and it's a deep, complex exercise. So this is a serious one. You can hurt yourself doing this, and I don't do this often. And again, you must forgive my stomach. I've had several operations on the stomach, so it's a bit lopsided, a bit wrinkly. But I hope you've got the idea of how this exercise works. And you can just practice it. The idea is the vacuum breath. You can just do this all by itself. You're just trying to exhale more air than you normally do. You're trying to get a full exhalation and massage your internal organs and then take a deep breath in. It's as simple as that. So you don't have to do all these complex things together. You can just play around with it. And I want to share something else with you. I'll leave a link below to a new friend of mine, a guy called Sovereign Pete. A very interesting interesting a man who's doing a very interesting project. It's all about the sovereign mindset, and it goes together with this Dragon Qi Gong. We need to become self-sovereigns, master and commander of ourselves, our own space, and our own integrity. And he talks very much about that, but in a very different way. He talks about how this works in modern society, how we can maintain our self-sovereignty in a society that is not really allowing us to do that. So I'll leave a link to his website and a couple of his videos below. Also, do check him out. It's something very different to this, but very interesting information. Okay, I hope this made sense and you enjoyed this Dragon Qi Gong. Remember, it's about your spirit. It's about enlivening your spirit, finding the magic within you, the power within you, and feeling that, yes, I am my own emperor. I command everything that happens to me. I am in charge of my own emotional self. I'm in charge of my own chi, my own energy, and what I say goes inside my own body. Okay, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time.